So I have seen some good positive comments just coming into the chat, calling out the quality teacher well-being chapter, the fact that this playbook is really based in equity. And I wanted to note, actually, even since this most recent presentation was put together, we're adding a new chapter that is now live, and it's actually on how to set up a COVID vaccine administration site at schools. So if you go to the Playbook website that was throughout the presentation, if that's something that might be happening at your school or district, there's really good advice on how to do that. Set that up. Please go check that out. Okay, see a question here. Is KP looking to expand its inclusion influence in public school wellness education? I'm not sure I understand the question. We do quite a bit of work on schools within our footprint, and we are actually convening the National School Health Collaborative, which is a group of leaders that put together the playbook and has been working on some other webinars and materials. So I think that National School Health Collaborative is going to have a pretty large influence. We actually are in the process of creating a 10-year school health roadmap that we hope to bring to the Biden administration. We have ties and some influence, I think, there. So we're definitely moving towards some larger national, we call that kind of our movement building policy work, in addition to these more concrete, able to use now resources. So yes, we're looking to expand and grow. A lot of our on the ground work happens, of course, within the regions where Kaiser provides medical care, heavily on the West Coast, as well as in Colorado, Georgia, Hawaii, and somewhat around the Mid-Atlantic region. So those are where we're on the ground, but we are, being the largest integrated healthcare provider in the country, we know we have an opportunity to influence national policy, and that's what our National School Health Collaborative is working on. So that's kind of the answer to that. Seeing a prompt from Carly, thank you, to talk about the follow-up webinars. So on that webinar website that's throughout, and I believe there's an attachment within this session that highlights that will link you to the website, all this great information. There are recordings of webinars on each of, they're actually the summary videos of each of the chapters, as well as webinars on how to implement the playbook. We've done a series of webinars throughout the pandemic and are doing more right now that are on returning to school in a healthy way, supporting staff, vaccine effectiveness and safety. So a whole variety of school health topics that have Kaiser experts, Kaiser physicians, and some of our organizational partners. Just have a webinar confirmed for next week with Action for Healthy Kids and Alliance for a Healthier Generation around supporting parents and families in this time. So the link that is in the handout for this session has all that information if you go to that website, or you could just Google Thriving Schools, and it's the first website that comes up. Good question. Guidance around summer enrichment. We are not in that space right now with the Thriving Schools. We focus on K through 12 public schools, the public school day, so we haven't gotten too much into the after school or summer programming. We recognize that's really important, but we haven't created that yet. Some of our partners, the Alliance for a Healthier Generation, which is a large partner who we fund and create a lot of content with, they have a lot of after school or what's called outside of school time. There's some summer enrichment, so I encourage you to go to the Alliance for a Healthier Generation website. And there's quite a bit there that you could get. And our Action for Healthy Kids partners also have some summer enrichment. We aren't creating a playbook or a chapter around summer right now, although we recognize it's really important. And I see that Carly put the link, thank you, Carly, to our website into the meeting chat. So yeah, I'll also talk a little more about the National School Health Collaborative that we're a part of, together with Shape America, is part of that collaborative. And as I said, we're right now mapping out what we consider a 10-year roadmap to make sure as schools come back in a variety of ways that health really is the center of school, and that it isn't something that's on the side. I think that is one silver lining of the pandemic, is that it has made everyone aware of how much schools do and how important health is in schools. and health being more than just physical health, but also mental health, social emotional learning, social well-being, all of the different factors that allow students and staff to show up and learn. And if those factors aren't in place, learning can't happen. So our School Health Collaborative is working on a 10-year roadmap to make sure that health stays the center of schools, and so then academic achievement will flow from there. Great. What we can do to support the School Health Collaborative. Right now, we don't have our document and our call to action ready quite yet, but we will make sure that Carly gets out the specific ask for other organizations once we have it. And I think it will be probably signing on to various, a few key policy pieces, distributing resources as we have them. So just kind of stay tuned. I think a lot of that's going to be coming in the fall and winter, kind of the second half of 2021, and then going forward. So things will be flowing down through our partners, and the fact that you are here at the Shape America convention, it means that you're tied into Shape America, and they are one of the key members of the School Health Collaborative. I think we have 1 or 2 more minutes. Any final questions? Thank you so much, Carly, for your support throughout the session, for putting the links into the chat, and for helping present. We're really excited about the Playbook. Please go check it out. It links to a variety of other high-quality resources. And make sure you're also thinking and supporting with the staff and teachers. It's a really big focus for us, and they need us now more than ever. Many of you are staff and teachers, so thank you for all you do, and we hope that we're putting resources up that support you as well as students. So thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the conference.